What's going on, everyone? Happy Tuesday to everyone. Hopefully, everyone is doing well, staying safe, staying healthy. If you had to take a COVID test, hopefully you have tested negative. You might notice in the background doing things a little bit differently today. That's because there is just far too much noise at home today. Neighbors getting a new roof put on. You know how that goes. Noise, pounding, banging. It would have been impossible to do a pandemic update, and I don't think they're going to be done within a reasonable time. So I figured, what the heck? Bring my laptop out with me today, and we'll do a mobile update. Now, we're not going to be as long as normal. It's going to be a little bit of a shortened version today, but we'll get quite a few things in there today. Starting off with India. India logged another 25 new cases today, and it looks like their active caseload is at 1,543, and the death total in India is at 531,918 deaths. Now, moving on to this, we're just going to do just a couple news stories today, and I thought this is rather interesting. Sniffing out COVID-19, how scent dogs outperform modern testing methods. And this is not actually the first time that we've seen this. We've seen studies before that say pets in your household, in this case dogs, and I think in the previous times it was dogs as well, can actually scent when there is COVID in the family. It says here, research review finds scent dogs can successfully sniff out COVID-19, including asymptomatic cases, new variants, and even long COVID. So this is quite remarkable. And it reviewed, it looks like here, 29 different studies and 31,000 samples by over 400 scientists from 30 countries using 19 different dog breeds. So I'm going to tweet this out after the video, and I'm also going to add this to the archives on the website, the studies and papers. I'll put it in one of the categories, probably miscellaneous category, and this is really interesting. I mean, we've known about pets before, and here's more proof of it. Dogs, animals, they're intelligent. They can sense when something is wrong, and that's clearly what's happening in this case. Alrighty, look at this. This was from last night. Pelican, which I believe is a metal group. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'd never heard of them till last night, but here's the deal. Pelican, which is a band, uh, they are postponing several Midwest shows after a positive COVID-19 test. So that is relatively interesting. A band member tested positive, and now they're postponing shows. All right, taking a look at the Walgreens COVID index for this week. 44.7% positivity. Last week was 41.3%, difference of 3.4%. Total tests, 2,414. Prior week was 2,286. Now let's take a look at a few of those wastewater sites that we do like to look at, and we'll do a few more than usual today that show other things besides just COVID. And let's say we go up here to, how about we go up here to New Hampshire today? What's going on up in New Hampshire? And you can see here, I'm going to move myself to the left so you can see this. You can see this is a small wastewater site in New Hampshire, 4,000 population. Maybe they get more people in the summertime with summer vacations and whatnot. I don't know. But you can see wastewater is rising. Influenza not detected. RSV is not an issue. HMPV is not an issue. Mpox is not being detected. Norovirus, it's there, but it is at very low levels. Continuing on our tour here of wastewater sites, how about we go up here to Oswego, New York? And you can see they just started this wastewater site. So it's now on its second sampling, and the second sampling did increase. Influenza not detected, RSV not detected, HMPV not detected, Mpox not detected, and norovirus. Looks like norovirus on the second sampling did drop at that wastewater site. All right, continuing on here now. Let me refresh the page. Looks like it has froze on us, but we do want to take a look at a couple more if we can. Here we go. Mind you, we are using public Wi-Fi at the moment. And how about we do some up here in the Bay Area? Remember, there are a ton of sites up here in the Bay Area. And how about we do San Francisco itself? Here's Oceanside. Let's take a look at this site. 250,000 people, and the overall trajectory for COVID is up. Influenza, look at that. It's been detected. It's in the wastewater. RSV is in the wastewater. It's dropped. HMPV is an issue. Mpox, no detection of that. And now taking a look at norovirus. Norovirus is there, and it's higher than some of the other places that we have looked at. And let's do one more wastewater site. Should we stay in California? I think we should. How about we come down here to just south of Los Angeles? 3.5 million population. COVID did take a rapid rise. Now in the latest update, it dropped a little bit. Influenza not an issue. RSV is not an issue. HMPV is not an issue. Mpox not detected. That's good to see. Norovirus, it is starting to rise a little bit. Not as high as what we just looked at in the Bay Area, but it is rising ever so slightly. All right, taking a look at some CDC data. We know hospitalizations for the majority of the country at this point are rising. We're well under our way into the EG.5 wave. You can see some places it's still stable. And then you have Minnesota, Missouri, Oklahoma, and Puerto Rico, which did not report. And then you also come over here and you have Rhode Island, where it's dropping. Not very many places dropping. That's the only place that is dropping. We don't know about these states that did not report. Then we come over here now to the variant tracker. EG.5 is the dominating variant at 17.3%. FL 1.5.1 is at 8.6%. And then taking a look here, I do want to point this out to you. The New York region. Take a look at this. In the New York region, FL 1.5.1 is in the lead at 20.7%. And let's just quickly go out to the West Coast. Let's see what's going on in the West Coast out in California. Out there, you get a completely different result where XBB 1.16 is in the lead at 18.6%, then EG.5 at 16.2%. So that's interesting to see. Alrighty, taking a look at these wastewater sites from the CDC. The orange, which is moderate to high, 60 to 79%, there's 97 sites like that. And 80 to 100%, there's 11 sites. And taking a look at BioBot, as you know, overall trajectory of all regions is now rising in the United States. All right, let's take a look at the EMS calls today for Philadelphia. There were 814 of them reported on Monday. And mind you, you're seeing this really high fire total. It's because we had a real bad episode of severe storms yesterday. What's known as a quasi-linear convective system came through the area. It caused a lot of damage. That's why fire's so high. But EMS, it's over that 800 level, which we do not like to see. Let's do a live look in. Wow, Chester County is really busy right now. Unresponsive person, respiratory difficulty, fall, emotional, respiratory, allergic reaction, injured, heart problem, sick person, heart problem, sick, wow, on and on it goes. And how about Montgomery County? There's 12 incidents in Montgomery County right now. We have seen much busier at this time of the day, though. Crossing the river over into New Jersey, and I can report to you that New Jersey today, it will come up eventually. New Jersey did see an increase in hospitalizations over yesterday. 69 out of 70 hospitals reported, 260 hospitalizations, 5 people on a ventilator. In the ICU, there are currently 23 patients in the ICU. Alrighty, now to some bad news. Drum roll, please. New York State. Yeah, New York State's not good. 714 new cases, 13.6% positivity in the last 24 hours. None of this includes reinfections, at-home cases, people that don't bother to get tested. And 11.8% is the 7-day average for positivity. Now the hospitalizations. And bear with me here. This may be slow to load up, but I can tell you they did rise today. They took a rather big rise. And let's zoom this in even further. And you can see here, hospitalizations at the end of week last week were at 657 and 56 people in the ICU. Today, 722 people in the hospital, 70 people in the ICU. So not only did the hospitalizations rise, the ICU count rose as well. All right, let's zoom this in one more time. let's take a look at New York City now. And you will see in New York City, things continue to get worse as well. They were dropping to end the week last week. They ended the week last week with 294 hospitalized people and 23 in the ICU. They start the week with 340 hospitalizations and 33 people in the ICU. Now, I know some people are going to say, oh, in 2020 they had thousands, blah, blah, blah. They did, but look at the overall trend here. The trend is up. There is clearly a wave. It's going upward. So, I mean, it is something that we have to be concerned about. And let's take a look at one more metric. And let's take a look at hospital admissions. And you can see hospital admissions, they actually did level off ever so slightly in New York City. So that's good to see. And statewide New York, they did level off ever so slightly as well. Texas, we'll get this update tomorrow. What I can tell you about Texas is they had 9,326 new cases last week. That was slightly lower from the previous week. Now to an international update. And internationally, we do have some problems. Cases are not dropping all that much now. It's kind of flat. South Korea, once again, is up 11%. Deaths are up 1%. Cases in New Zealand are now up 28%. Deaths are up 24%. Mind you, New Zealand does not test enough. Brazil, cases are down 86%. Deaths are down 86%. Ireland, cases are now up 249%. Deaths are up 33%. Chile, cases up 28%. Belgium, cases up 32%. Mako, cases up 3%. Thailand, cases down 31%, but deaths are up 71%. Afghanistan, 103% increase in cases. Iran is seeing a 207% increase in cases. Bulgaria, 65% increase in cases. No deaths reported. Vietnam, 14% increase in cases. And Norway, 13% increase in cases. Denmark, 41% increase in cases. Poland, 104% increase in cases. And finally, we'll end today on Botswana with a 73% decrease in cases. I know I say this daily. I'm going to say it again now. When I get out of this car, I'm in my car right now. When I get out of this car, masking is going on. It's just the right thing to do. Mask in public. Please. COVID's not over with us yet. The data suggests it's continuing to rise in the United States, and we're not done with this wave. It may level off slightly in the South and in some places in the next 2 weeks, but back to school is coming. That's going to be another source of transmission. Your child may go to school, they may get infected, kids are going to take it home to the family, then the family is going to get COVID, and so on. People are going to go to work, it's going to spread to offices. That's what happens. We're on the upward incline of a new variant. If the variant was dropping now, if we were already, like 70% into EG, the new variant, if we were already 70%, yes, I would say, okay, back to school is not going to be as a big deal. But anytime you're on the upward portion of a new variant, that is the most dangerous time because it is still adapting to a population that doesn't have much immunity right now. Remember, not a lot of people get a booster. Not a lot of people have been infected for a while. COVID was low for a really long time, so this variant really has a lot of opportunity and advantage to grow. Alrighty, folks, that does it for today's pandemic update. We'll have another pandemic update again tomorrow. I think it'll be back from home again. I don't know. Do you like when we do this to still try and get an update out? I mean, I think it works, but if you have any faults with it, hey, let me know. I'm open for suggestions. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more content like this, subscribe to my channel down below. And if you know anyone that needs a reminder that the pandemic's not over, by all means, share this video with them. I will see you all again next time. Until I see you again next time, stay safe, everyone. Have a great afternoon.